So a TikTok psychic is suing the professor that they said was responsible for the 4 killings in Idaho. You know, the ones that Bryan Kohberger is going on trial for after they were sued for making multiple videos in which they claimed intimate knowledge about this professor, saying that there was a bizarre love triangle. This person was responsible for everything that went on. Yeah, they're suing the person that they pointed the finger at. After that person sued them, they're saying that this is nothing more than a frivolous, perjurious, defamatory complaint, and they themselves, they've been damaged by it. You and I, we are going to talk about this today. It is unreal, too. I mean, crazy times indeed. All right, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day. By the way, I hope you are doing excellently. So before Bryan Kohberger was arrested, you had a TikTok psychic single out a professor in Idaho. They said, I know that they were behind everything that was going on, and they made multiple videos about this. Multiple videos that included the professor's photograph, their University of Idaho website they took it off of. I mean, a bunch of stuff. And of course, this ends up getting them sued. Now, instead of trying to remedy this situation, the TikTok psychic, they decided to sue and double down, saying that they're the only ones that are aware of the professor's role in the murder of 4 University of Idaho students who spoke up about it. And in order to stop the TikTok psychic from furthering this testimony of the professor's role and how they got away with it, they and their attorneys, they filed a frivolous, perjurious, and defamatory complaint against said TikTok psychic. Now, the TikTok psychic says that the ultimate strategy here was to discredit them, to embarrass them, to humiliate and assassinate their character. And they did this by disseminating false statements to press release that was disseminated worldwide to most major news outlets starting December 2022 and continuing into January 2023. Now, as far as these false statements are concerned, these are a doozy. They include the TikTok psychic, they decided to use the community's pain for their online self-promotion. They also say there was a false statement that they made false statements about the professor, knowing that they were false. Another false statement included that they had no basis to make factual statements regarding any event that occurred in Idaho. A false statement that the TikTok psychic made false statements regarding the professor's involvement in the murder of 4 University of Idaho students that were not based in substantial truth. A false statement that this damaged the professor's reputation, and that these statements and more, they went everywhere, including, get this, multiple TikTok pages. I mean, you can almost feel a tad of self-awareness here in what they're claiming they can sue over. Now, they say that this has caused them reputational damage, made people question their mental health and more, and that shouldn't have happened. Why? Because they say the professor knows that everything they said about them is indeed true. You can see this right here. December 21st, 2022, the professor filed a frivolous, perjurious claim alleging that our TikTok psychic defamed her with full knowledge that the statements that she made about her are substantially true, with the intent to evade suspicion and to obstruct justice pursuant to, you can see the law here, by preventing suspicion and to avoid criminal investigation into her role, into everything that goes on. I mean, this is unreal. Now, there's 3 claims that she's suing over because of this. Claim 1, defamation. She says, well, those press releases, statements, and lawsuits alleging that our TikTok psychic here made false statements regarding the professor and the murders, knowing that they're false. Now, my favorite part about claim 1 is where our TikTok psychic tries to say they didn't act with actual malice. In fact, saying that they did so, that was a false statement because they couldn't prove with certainty that the TikTok psychic, they were wrong. And the TikTok psychic, they strongly stated that they believed their statements about the professor were true. So, that's a false statement. Gonna sue you for it. Yeah. Now, for their second claim, they say, well, this is defamation, dealing with statements from the attorney alleging that the TikTok psychic undermined law enforcement efforts. Now, the reason that they say that this stuff is false is because, number one, they say that the Moscow Police Department was asking for public statements. They said they wanted tips. They asked for them on multiple occasions, including after the lawsuit had already been filed. They also say that law enforcement, they never made a statement directly to the TikTok psychic or that any of their efforts had undermined what they were doing. In fact, they say that the video statements that they made regarding the murder of the 4 students was to help law enforcement get answers to find the murderers so that they could be legally tried for their alleged crimes and to provide answers and potential relief to the public and victims' families. Now, they further allege that the attorney made false statements about them, inciting further news coverage, spreading the defamation, incited online rage on social media, further defaming the TikTok psychic's character, incited the spread of false statements that the TikTok psychic was insane, had mental health issues, suffered from psychosis, had schizophrenia, posted videos for clout, harming victims' families, was insane, causing harm to the professor and family, and more. And this, well, it stifled her work performance, damaged her reputation, and resulted in a loss of service and revenue. I mean, really, you go out and you say that somebody is responsible for killings, and you say the blowback here, the blowback, that harmed you. Again, it's unreal. Now, Claim 3 is also for defamation, saying that the press release, statements, and lawsuits allege that the TikTok psychic compounded the trauma that the families of the victims are experiencing and re-victimized the families of the slain students. Now, she says that the courts, they should protect her from this. Why? Because anyone who provides relevant information to the police and investigators are potential witnesses and should be protected from harassment or undue embarrassment in and out of court. She says, I no longer feel like that. In fact, I don't feel legally protected enough to use my knowledge to help with any more cases, to include the case that we're talking about here or other cases as well. Why? Because I fear harassment and frivolous claims against me. Now, she says that because of this, she's gotten harassing phone calls, emails, text messages, comments, and messages on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, her own website. These, they have been nasty too. She says she's been misdiagnosed by multiple people and that people have expressed the desire to have her arrested for allegations against the professor, and they have sent her indecent videos. And our TikTok psychic is suing for damages to be determined by a judge and wants press releases. 2 of them, in fact, that they approve of. TikTok psychic approved, wherein they correct the false statements made against our TikTok psychic, plus they get an apology. An apology, of course, they approve of. Yeah, this ain't gonna go the way that they think. If they walk away not owing money here, I will be shocked. But anyway, let me know what you think about this, and as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff possible. Thank you. Can't say that enough. Like the channel too. Share this everywhere. Make sure you're subbed. Check out the links if you want to help us as well. Thank you again. We will see you soon.